Welcome to Hero City, and what better way to start Hero City off than with a hero deck list. Now, we're going to start off with the monsters, but before we go into, Hero City is a brand new Yu-Gi tubing channel based around collecting, pack opening, and because I am a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, I will also be showing off deck lists that I play, and sometimes tournaments and at locals, regionals, YCSs. Well, let's get into the hero deck list. We're going to start with monsters. We're going to run 2 Elemental Hero Stratos. Now, you can run 3 if you like, but I found that 3 is a little... You can, but I prefer the ratio of 2. Then we move into Shadow Mist. Now, Shadow Mist is perfect at 2. Unless you're doing a more dark-centric hero build, Shadow Mist 2 is more than perfect. Then we move into Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. Now, Solid Soldier, you definitely 1 is a good ratio to run it at. I run 2 because I just didn't have anything else to throw in, so I said, what the hey, throw 2. But 1 is a definite, 2 is if you really want to, so it's up to you. And we got 1 Honest Neos. Now, Honest Neos is an optional tech. You don't have to do this, but I prefer to run it because it's an honest, obviously, right? It gives your hero monsters 2500 boost, and it's also a good target for Malicious Bane or DPE because it is a level 6 or higher monster needed for those 2 second requirements. So this is a good backup alongside that's honest effect. We have 1 Liquid Soldier. Now, don't mind the proxy. I've been trying to find Liquid Soldiers for over a month now, 2 months now. Can't seem to find it. Anyways, but regardless of that, 1 Liquid Soldier is all you really need. You don't need more than 1 because you can recycle your Liquid Soldier because the only targets really for Liquid Soldier is going to be either Sunrise, Masked Hero or Masked Hero Acid or Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Really, and you could recycle him. And the main thing you're using Liquid Soldier for is the draw 2, discard 1. And we are going into our Vision Hero lineup. You always have to run Vision Heroes, and you got 3 Ferris, because the Ferris line is always very important. Always 3 Ferris no matter what. And we got 2 Vion. You don't need 3, because 1 Vion will be off of the Ferris increase line. The other Vion is in case if you ever need an extra dump or an extra polymerization. You don't need 3. Then we got the 1 increase. Now, some play 2, some play 3. I play 1 because increase is a brick in your hand. You don't want a brick, because increase you want specifically out of the deck. That's why I run 1 to see it as very minimal time as possible during gameplay in my hand. Now we move into the Destiny Hero portion of the build. We have 2 Malicious. If I could run 3, I definitely recommend 3, but 2 for now because it's semi-limited. We got 1 Destiny Hero Plasma. Now this is where I was talking about what you'll understand with the Honest Neos. So if you use your Plasma, right, or your Plasmas in your hand, and your only other option would be a Malicious, right? You can use the Honest Neos instead of the Plasma for your DPE, right? In case if you need your Plasma or it's already in use. Now, we go into 1 Evil Hero Adusted Gold. Same thing. If you out of Maliciouses, out of Plasma, you can use Honest Neos for your Malicious Bane. And now 1 Adusted Gold is more than enough. You don't need to run more than 1 Adusted Gold, because you're not really going to make multiple Banes. You're not playing an Evil Hero-centric build. So that's all the elemental hero, hero, destiny hero, evil. That's all the hero monsters. Now we move into the hand traps, because you have to run hand traps no matter what. Now with this deck, before we go in, you could either run hand traps or board wipes. Either choice, but I prefer the hand trap route. So with the hand traps, we run triple Nibiru's, because Nibiru right now is like the second best hand trap in this format. Then we run 2 Ash Blossoms, because Ash Blossom's the best. Now, you don't need 3 Ash. You can run 3 Ashes if you like. I prefer to stick to 6 hand traps, which is why I only run 2 Ash Blossoms. And then, now this is the option you could choose between Effect Veiler or Infinite Imperm. If you can afford to buy Infinite Imperm, by all means, buy Imperms. If you can't, and you rather spend $1, go for Veiler. Now, I don't have any Imperms at the moment, so I stuck with Veiler, but I personally am looking to replace my Veiler with Imperm later, but Veiler is a good replacement if you don't have Imperm. So, there's the monster line. Now we're going into spells, and all of this is spell, no traps. We're running triple Hero Lives. This is a must. If you're going first, you want to see this card all the time in your hand, because you want to go Hero Lives into Stratos, and then Stratos Ferris line. Now, if you have Ferris already in hand, or Stratos already in hand, then you go Shadow Mist for Dark Law. But this is a must. You must play this no matter what. And it doesn't matter about the life point cost. Just remember, don't use it in game 3 if you're in time. Then we've got 3 Mass Change, because you're going to run a lot of masked heroes in your extra deck, so you need triple Mass Change. And you run 2 Emergency E-Calls. Now, some people run 3. I think 3 is a little bit much. If you're running a more of a elemental hero-centric, 3 is a must. But because this build has a very small amount of elemental heroes, 2 is more than enough. And we got 2 Miracle Fusions. You don't need 3 Miracles. 2 Miracle Fusions is way more than sufficient to get you going, because with Sunrise you're searching, with Wonder Driver you're gonna reset them, so you're fine, you're good with it. And you run 2 Polymerization. Now Poly is the best choice. I play tested with Fusion Substitute, not that great, because Fusion Substitute needs to be on the field no matter what. I also play test with Super Poly, and Super Poly is not that great with Hero Fusions, but if you're going to run Starving Venoms, or you're going to run cards of that nature, like where you could definitely use your opponent's monsters, go for it. If you're going purely heroes in your extra deck, Polymerization is your best choice. Also, again, you could reset the polys off of Wonder Driver, and it's very searchable off of Vion. And we got the 1 Dark Calling. I play tested with 2. You don't need 2. 1 is more than enough, because 2, it's a brick. 1, more than enough. Easily searchable through Evil Hero Dusted Gold. So it's almost like you're running 2. And then we have 2 Fusion Destinies. I'm still looking for Fusion Destinies. But yeah, 2 Fusion Destinies, because it's limited. So, and then the non-hero cards, you run 1 Reinforcements of the Army. And then your other hand trap you're going to run is Call by the Grave. Because Call by the Grave is a very good anti-hand trap, Like, this format, you have Ash Blossom, you have Imperm, you have Veilers, you have, well, Imperm, no, but you have Veiler, you have Ash Blossom, Droll, DD Crow, Graveyard heavy-centric decks. So 1 call by is a must no matter what. Now we go into the extra deck. You're going to run 2 Dark Claws. You don't need more than 2 because you're never ever really going to make more than 2. 1 Diane. And the 1 Diane, I know a lot of hero players don't run a Diane, but I run Diane because you have that Earth. Why not throw them in? And its effect, very good. Special summon level 4 from deck, why not? You run 1 Acid. This, because I needed the extra space and I have some lights, you run Koga. You don't need Koga, but you can run Koga. I just had extra space, that's all. And we have 2 Sunrise. Some builds run 1 and some 2. I run 2 because I play tested where 2 actually comes up a lot. And yes, I'm missing 1 more. Mainly because this was like more of a last minute inclusion. So I'm like, because I realized 2 better than 1. And we have Absolute Zero. Shining. You don't need the Shining. I just really like the card Shining. That's my personal opinion. We have Vision Hero Adoration, just for an extra space filler, because I was missing cards and I needed space. This could be anything. We have 1 Evil Hero Malicious Bane. This is an obvious. If you're running the Dark Calling, this is your target. 1 DPE. Now, there is a build that you run Destiny Hero Dasher, Destiny Hero Celestial, and a couple, one or two other Destiny Heroes. You can up your DPE to 2, but if you're playing this build of hero, 1 DPE Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer is all you really need. And then for your links, which I'm missing, you run your Wonder Driver and 1 Cross Crusader. Now again, if you're playing the more Destiny route, you up your Cross Crusader to 2. You can also throw Blast. I haven't put Blast in here because I'm not sure about the space. I know there's 14 in here. You can add Blast if you want. You can add in Quest if you're going more dark centric. There's also the Earth type Elemental Hero Fusion. You can throw anything you can throw for that 15th space. Okay, so now we're gonna do a test hand. You're gonna go first. Okay, so here's your 5 cards. So you don't need this right now. This, put aside. This is good. You're definitely gonna need your Liquid Soldier. You're definitely gonna need your Ferris. And you're definitely gonna need your Solid Soldier. So hold these 2. So first you're gonna go summon Ferris. Okay, so you go Ferris line. You're gonna dump your Liquid Soldier. Go in your deck. Grab your Vion. If your opponent doesn't have Ash Blossom or Veiler or Imperm, you just go for it. You go this is where you're gonna go. So you're gonna go increase in the spell. Okay, so let me organize these. So you're gonna put increase in your spell and trap card zone. You're gonna activate increase by popping your Ferris. So increase comes out. Then you go Vion. So you've summoned your Vion. Now Vion effect. You can go 2 ways. You could dump your Malicious or dump your Shadow Mist. If you don't have a Shadow Mist engraved, I would recommend Shadow Mist. So Shadow Mist is engraved now. Now you activate Shadow Mist effect. Shadow Mist effect, you're going to search out for Stratos. So you're going to get Stratos now. Okay? Then you're going to activate Vion effect. Vion effect, banish. Okay? So this is your hand right now. So you banish your Vion and you search Poly. So now you're going to get your polymerization. There's your polymerization. Okay? Leave that polymerization in your hand. Okay? Now you're going to activate reinforcements. And with that reinforcements, where is it? You can grab anything at this point with reinforcement. I would go and grab Shadow Mist. You can grab any warrior type. But because you already have your Solid Soldier in hand, you already have your Stratos in hand, you don't really need it. So now, and you're going to save your Shadow Mist, actually. So now here, you're going to go these two, link them off for Wonder Driver, okay? So you just made a Wonder Driver. Now is where you're going to go and fuse. So you're going to activate Miracle Fusion. And keep in mind, you have not yet normal summoned. So you're going to Miracle Fuse. And with that Miracle Fusion, you're going to take Liquid Soldier and increase. Doesn't matter. Keep your Shadow Mist in the grave for just in case. Okay? So with those two, you're going to make Sunrise. And put it underneath Wonder Driver. So now you're going to go into Chain Link. So you're going to go Chain Link 1, Liquid Soldier. Chain Link 2, Sunrise. Chain Link 3, Driver. So in case if they stop you, they can only stop the driver. So you're still getting your search. But let's just assume they're going to let you go off. Take your Miracle Fusion, set it. Okay? Then go in your deck, search for another Miracle Fusion. And then you shuffle your deck, and then draw 2 cards, discard 1. Okay. So, just a reminder, this is your hand currently going. Okay? Your hand is Stratos, Soldier, Poly, Shadow Mist, and Miracle. Okay? That's your hand. And you have not yet normal summon. So you're going to draw 2. And you're going to discard 1. You can, at this moment, discard anything you want. So, you could... I would discard... You know what? I would discard the Shadow Mist. Because you have many ways of making Shadow Mist again, okay? No worries. Don't worry about that. So, Shadow Mist has been discarded. Now, you have not yet normal summon. So, now you're going to go in and normal summon. You're going to normal summon your Soldier. Then your Soldier will then activate to special summon your Stratos. Then activate Stratos and search. And with that, grab Evil Hero Adusted Gold. Then activate your Adusted Gold. Because you want to thin out your deck as much as possible. Okay? So as much as you could thin your deck out, you now grab your Dark Calling. So there's your Dark Calling. Now, you can do many things, but what you would do first, I would recommend you to do is go Poly with Soldier and Stratos. Okay? And with that, make a second Sunrise. Now, Sunrises are once per turn, soft once per turn. So each one has their effect. So now you grab, if you can. Alright, so we're out of Miracle Fusion. That's fine. That is totally okay. You just always search to make sure. Okay, that's fine. Now you activate Soldier's Effect. Soldier's Effect then lets you summon another hero monster from your graveyard. So who you don't want Shadow Mist because Shadow Mist's effect has already been used. You're going to go for Stratos. Stratos effect goes off because Stratos is not a once per turn. So now with Stratos, you search. You're going to search for Malicious. Now, with that, you're going to then activate Miracle Fusion. Okay. Take the Vion. And the Solid Soldier, because at this point, you don't need that Solid Soldier anymore. And you're going to make... You can make anything. At this point, you are literally free to make anything you want. But, I would make... Adoration. Actually, I would actually put the Vion back and take the Stratos instead, because you want to free up your spaces, right? So now you have your Adoration out. Then you're going to activate your Dark Calling by banishing your Malicious. And your Adusted Gold. Okay? To summon Malicious Bane. Now you have another Miracle Fusion that you've just set, right? You can look through your extra deck and see if there's any elemental heroes you can make. Which you have. Right now, I've got these two, okay? I can't make any of them. I could if I wanted to, but I don't have the... Okay, now I will pass. Right there, I would pass, and I'm on an end board with a pop, and we're gaining... These two each will put 200 per each attribute, so we got Light and Dark, that's 4, times 2, that's 800 boost on everybody. This is a... cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. These two pop. You have a Veiler to negate, and then if they go into battle, not only can you pop, but then you could also go Honest Neos. So this is an end board based on what you drew. A simple end board for heroes. A very good end board nonetheless, and... Well, there you have it. A competitive hero deck and a test hand run through. And with this deck, you saw how spammy you can do with the fusions. You can have so much in a single turn. And if you know how to play heroes, you could take heroes all the way. Anyways, till next time, keep dueling, duelist.